Business in the 217 here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop, and we are going to be talking about your hearing. It's something that I just talked to my doctor about the other day. He asked, "How's your hearing?" I said, "It's okay right now, but I wear these headphones all the time, so I
Yeah.
imagine that at some point it's going to be a problem." Well,
Yeah.
for you out there who are listening right now, you may not know you have a problem, but if you're getting an advanced age, it's not a bad idea to get that checked up. And Dale Brann with Heartland Hearing joining us here to talk about how important it is to get a hearing specialist to check out how your hearing is, because quite frankly,
Mhm.
Dale, I mean, this is something that it's one of the senses that helps you live life.
If you want a healthy brain, you need some healthy hearing to go along with it. Hearing loss is one of the contributing factors to memory loss. The different types of dementia out there doesn't cause it, but it's certainly an important piece of that puzzle. So to get an annual hearing test really is very mild, very easy to do. Get a baseline, see where you're at, and if there's an issue, let's move forward and do something about it. It's real simple, real easy.
I imagine you sometimes have people who are a little apprehensive to get into your place of business to do that. Maybe it's an issue that
Mhm.
they feel, there's nothing wrong with me, but they do find themselves
Yeah.
regularly asking, "What did you say? I couldn't hear
Mhm.
you."
Yeah.
How do people get over that hump, that hurdle that might be an inner voice inside saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to worry about your hearing. It's just fine. It just comes with old age."
Yeah.
They don't have to be thinking that, right?
You really don't. For the most part, hearing loss, sensory neural loss, is gradual over time. So people who start to notice that they have to repeat themselves, or um, they feel that everybody's mumbling around them, it's not me, it's everyone else. Well, it may be them, but a vast majority of it is probably them as well. So, getting a hearing test is something, the science behind it, if they can literally physically, visually see it, because the science doesn't lie. A hearing test is pretty sufficient. I mean, it's spot on. And once I can show them exactly where they're at, then they can get a little bit better feed on where they're at. Instead of their spouse telling them, I'm tired of, double repeating myself continuously, or my children or my friends. A lot of people don't even like to go out and have breakfast with their friends or buddies anymore because they just can't hear as well. So the last thing we want to do is to have you to start um, pulling back, not engaging with your friends and your relatives like you should. When people start not hearing well, they have a tendency to start pulling back. I don't want to go, because people who have hearing loss, they're good liars, honestly. They nod a lot and agree to things that they're quite not hearing, because they don't want people to know that they're not hearing well. Vanity is an issue, but there's things. I'm wearing hearing aids right now. Nobody even knows it. I mean, honestly. Um, Cost factors are there. We try to address each one of those to make it helpful, and we're trying to be as courteous and as compassionate as we can.
We're talking with Dale Brann, Heartland Hearing, here on the WMAY Morning News Feed, and the importance of you getting in to get a baseline of your hearing,
Mhm.
and how important that is for your overall health. As you just heard, there are sometimes that family members don't want to go to a family event because, well, they just don't feel like they can take part in conversations. But as you were saying, the technology nowadays is
Yeah.
incredible, and you're there at Heartland Hearing to be able to help walk people through all the different types of technology there is to assist
Yeah.
in their hearing loss.
You and I are talking right now on our computer. I'm sitting in my office. You're at the studio. You can see me. I can see you. We can speak to one another. I've got technology with my hearing devices today that I can literally do this with them while they're at home. So when they get their hearing aids, I can literally hook up to them, as long as they have a device, a cell phone, a smartphone, or a computer, or an iPad, something that I can communicate with them. We can literally do a virtual appointment just like we're doing now. So the Bluetooth capabilities with the phones are amazing. You've got so much more control of your hearing aids, as well as the look. There is no reason on this planet, on today's world, in the United States, here in central Illinois, that someone who is struggling to hear should not be able to do something about it. And we certainly work with you the best we can.
Dale Brann with Heartland Hearing here on the WMAY morning news feed. Don't wait too long to get that baseline test. Dale, how can people get a hold of Heartland Hearing and set up that virtual appointment even?
Well, the virtual appointment really can't be done on an initial visit because I need to get some background from them. I have to actually put them in a sound booth. There are some websites that offer a hearing test online, but that's not very accurate because you don't know what your surrounding noise is like. So coming into the office is vital the first time. But it's pretty quick and easy depending on their questions. They can reach us at 217-679-4299 or at heartlandhearingaids.com.
And Dale, finally here, what are some of the telltale signs that people should recognize that they have hearing loss? And I'm not just talking about, saying what over and over again. Is there some internal things that they may, recognize that indicates, what, I've got to go talk to Dale?
Not really. Possibly they could, but generally speaking, if you're home alone a lot and you've got the TV turned up really loud, you don't really notice it. It really takes someone, a family member, somebody you trust, somebody who you love, telling you, honey, I think that maybe you should get your hearing tested. I think there's something there. That is really the big sign. Or if they're asking people to repeat themselves, they're not making out sentences very well. Even on the phone, if they've got to put it on the speakerphone to be able to hear, that's a telltale sign right there. Online, if you look at your TV screen and see how high up the volume is, that may very well be a telltale sign too, especially if you've got somebody knocking at the door that can hear the TV as well as you can. So there's a few things like that they can look at, but the big thing is getting a test. I don't charge for it, so just coming in and getting a test is completely free, and it's an eye opener on many occasions.
Dale Brann, Heartland Hearing. Again, one more time, the phone number.
217-679-4299.
Glad to meet you, and we'll definitely connect again in the future. Heartland Hearing, Dale Brann here on the WMAY morning news feed. We'll talk again soon. Take care.
Thank you.